Hey, my name is Bo Murray. I'm the owner of MyGeniusLeads. You're here because you're wanting to check out how do we generate leads, how do we grow our business, how are we creating more engagement by using autopilot and AI. And so I figured, what better way than, instead of having a boring video, just me showing you these things, I actually took some of my closest personal friends that actually I met, years ago as clients, and we've become basically family. And I brought them here so they can take what they like best about My Genius Leads and show you hands-on features that they love about it. So you can kind of see a different aspect because all of them are in different areas of network marketing and business as well. And so maybe it'll kind of touch base with you more on how you can use it and implement it for your business. Erica, you want to go ahead and start us off?
Yes, thank you so much, Bo. My name's Erica Olson, and my business is travel. So I'm a travel agent. And I have been with My Genius Leads for going on 2 years now, and I love it. One of my favorite extensions is the connector, and I'd love to give you a little demo of how I use it and how it works for me. So let me share my screen here. And one of the ways that I use it, actually three different ways, is I go to my Facebook page and I'm able to go into groups and I am able to go into a certain, or actually I'll go into a sponsored ad. So I'll find a sponsored ad that has my niche audience in it. So let's just say, for example, this one right here has Samsonite travel or luggage on it. So what I do is I take a look at how many people are down at the bottom. So let me see if I can find another one here. That one didn't have anyone on there. Okay, so it has individuals on here. So then I take a look at these individuals and they're my niche audience. So what I can do is I can use my connector really quickly and I can go target those individuals by clicking on here, and I'll be able to set up a specific message for those individuals and have it run and send out private messages into their messenger where I'm able to have one-on-one contact with those individuals. So that is one way that I use that to target individuals who are on a sponsored ad, but they are my niche audience for my travel business. The second way that I use the connector is I go to my friends of friends and I'm able to go ahead and send friend requests to their friends and start building relationships with them so that they could take advantage of my product, which is travel. And then I can go ahead and start building those relationships with them and see what they're up to. So I'm able to target those individuals by going into their friends of friends. I open up my connector again, and I'm able to go ahead and set up my terms. So how many minutes, how many number of requests. I can select mutual friends, which they are, and then I can go ahead and put my message on there and then click on run. Very simple, very quick. Then one of the last ways is going into a group. So if I am looking for a specific group, so for example, this is working from home and loving it, individuals. So I go into a public group that works better for me. I go ahead and I open that group and I go to the people. I go ahead and scroll down and I look for members with things in common. So this person and myself share a person that we know mutually. I am able to target these individuals by sending them a specific message to connect with them, let them know about my products, my services, and just start building relationships, seeing what they're all about, what their business is, and see if we can network, collaborate, and have some mutual business arrangements set up. So again, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to click on see all. Once that opens up, I scroll down a little bit. I open up my connector. I go ahead and set up my terms, how many minutes, keep it unlimited, how many number of requests. I don't want any kind of special labels because I'm not looking for that. I go ahead and put in my negative keywords. I select my message and then I click run. The software will then add this individual and send them a private message into Messenger. And I am able to have individuals read that message and then contact me. And then that is when our relationship begins.
So it's
So
doing your
I run the,
prospecting.
yes,
That's
yes.
phenomenal. How many prospecting does it do a day for you?
So I run my connector twice a day, and I usually get about 10 to 15 good leads of engagement.
Hey, that's awesome. And by the way, how much are you doing now, prior, like you were doing in business prior to being able to have access to this type of software? And how much time is it also? 'Cause I know your family is important to you. Like, what has that done for you too? Like, what have you noticed in the 2 years of before being part of My Genius Leads on your growth, but also just the time that it's allowed you to have?
Well, not only has my sales increased, so I went from an average of maybe 10 to 15. So now I'm on average, I'm working my way up to actually 60,000 a year. And that's part-time doing travel. And I have very good months where sometimes I'll hit 40 and sometimes I'll hit 20, but it is really good. My team has actually doubled. So now I have a team of other travel agents that are also able to grow their teams, but I found them all using the connector.
That's awesome. That's phenomenal. How much time has this saved you too, by the way, real quick?
You know what? I'm able to spend a lot more time with my family because this is all automated. So I go ahead and set it, and then I go about and do my different tasks. My kids are in a lot of sports and activities. So I'm able to do those while the software is working at home on my behalf.
That's awesome. I love that. Awesome. Thanks for sharing, Erica. Cindy.
Hey, hey. So, my name is Cindy Strong, and oh, hello. My name is Cindy Strong, and I love the birthdays. I've been with My Genius Leads only since actually about 6 months.
Yeah, about half a year.
That's it. Only a half a year. And I'll tell you what, one of the most fun things was birthday messaging. When I found out that this software could do this automatically, I was like, wait, what? Because I actually was paying somebody to do this for me. And then, I wasn't really in on the conversations, and, I don't know. It just had this big disconnect for me. And I'm like, oh, forget birthdays. But I don't like to forget birthdays because I love birthdays. Birthdays are the best. So when I found out that I could do birthdays automatically, but it's still my words, it's still all my little emoji things. I'll show you guys what it looks like because it is so fun. So fun. Here, let me share my screen.
While you're doing this, how many engagements are you getting a day, by the way, with birthdays?
Oh my gosh. So that was I think one of the most mind-blowing things when all of a sudden people were actually engaging with me and telling me what they were doing for their birthdays and what they were eating. And sometimes I get a laundry list of what they were doing. And sometimes they would show me pictures of their food. And I'm like, oh, this is amazing.
So you mean all those conversations, they have nothing to do with business, but you were able to take those conversations, create engagement, which people started seeing your posts and your content more, but also it started the conversations and engagement for you to introduce your products and services to, right? Because I mean, obviously you're not going to be here for 6 months if you're not making money.
Do you know what else it did?
What did it do?
It did my algorithms so much so that I literally could put a post up on Facebook of just about anything, and boom, I would get engagement like right now.
Wow.
That didn't happen prior to running the software. It didn't happen because I'll tell you what, birthdays alone, just if you're engaging with these people, is going to build your algorithm with Facebook. They like to see that. They like to see engagement, and they will show it to more people when that's happening just by running birthdays. So you always want to ask a question so that you can get a conversation going. So I keep it simple, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. This person, her birthday was yesterday, I believe. And so all my message says is, today is your birthday, Elizabeth. What's on the menu for today? You know what? We've had a conversation. Look at this. We've had a conversation since then. She wants to get together. And I think she wants to sell me something. But you know what? I might just flip that switch.
Right. You going to flip that switch?
I'm going to flip that switch. So the other thing that I can do, and I love this part because on the day of, I can actually post something on her wall as well. And I tag her, but look at how cute that little guy is, right? So now all her friends are seeing who's Cindy Strong. And well, that's really cute. You know, what are they going to do? They're going to go, oh, who's Cindy Strong? oh, well, I want to check her out, so then they click on my profile, and what happens? Then they want to be my friend too, because they want a birthday message like that, right?
Right?
You know what else? This is brilliant. The software has a 14-day span. You can do a pre-birthday message. It doesn't have to be about the birthday, but it could be. You can do a post-birthday message. If you're like one of those tardy people, like, oh, I forgot your birthday, da da da. Or you can make the message about something else completely, like, hey, what are your plans for the summer? What are your plans for the holidays? Whatever. This software runs automatically. You set it, you forget it, and you just answer your messages when they come through.
That's
And set
awesome.
those meetings up with those people, and boom, you have it. The first month and a half that I was in here, I had 5 people join me, 5 from birthdays.
Just birthdays.
Just birthdays. And I have to tell you, this is funny, but the common message, and there's only one that had a different message. The common message in those birthdays was, what's on the menu for today? I wanted to know what they were eating.
I actually like that. I need to start kind of like that one. Hey, what's on the menu today?
Yeah.
Right? I like that.
What's on the menu for today?
Cindy, you're awesome.
Okay. That's what I got.
You're awesome. I just learned something, which is why I love this community and what we're doing, because I started this, and through the years of me doing this, I've learned a lot. But y'all have taken things, and I've learned pretty much just as much from all of y'all and the thousands of others as much as they've learned from me. That's what I love about this. Appreciate you so much, Cindy. Zakalacker.
Mr. Bo. Awesome. Welcome, everyone. And I went way zoomed in.
You are zoomed in, brother.
I've been with Mr. Bo in the company for, I don't know, over 2 years now, and it's been stupid amazing. Over 20 years in the networking industry, built teams of 3,000 and 4,000 just using the software. Built the team over 60,000 using the software. So the software 100% works. But like everybody said so far, you got to free up your time, and that's what we're doing with the software. So I'm going to show you the cool scheduler, so you can drop paying the extra fees for your Hootsuite that just jack the prices up again, or later, and all those that are jacking the prices up on you, and basically free up your time for some IPAs, which the ladies just talked about, and the other ladies are going to talk even more about IPAs. So income producing activities. I'm going to show you scheduler. It's super easy. I don't know what I just did there. We're going to close that. That's a new update, by the way, there. But you can see right here, I've already got this week, these 2 weeks, I was literally on my laptop in Michigan, and literally just opened my laptop, and it ran for 2 weeks for me. So you can see now I got through the end of July, so I'll start doing August coming up. I will actually do August 1st for a test here. But cool part is you can actually do it on your personal page, unlike Hootsuite and later in those, they don't let you do personal page. You can do personal page here and any of the groups you run. I think I have 3 or 4 groups that I run. So it's very simple. All you're going to do literally is come in, pick the day you want. We'll do the first time, and the time is your local time zone, whatever your computer is set to. So we'll do a morning post. And I just always do some weird time. And we're going to pick what it is. This will be an engagement post, super simple. Now here's where I get everything loaded. You can see I can just select all my personal page, and my other ones don't want that one there.
Cool. So that's 4 other groups, right?
3 groups plus my personal page for this post.
All at once.
All at once. So other cool part is I'm going to sit here, I'm going to turn it on, and I've got 60 pieces of content in this folder I'm using. So I want to hit 61 because I want it to repeat every 61 days. I just throw a random number in 22 because it's right there. And then I'm going to do it for 31 times. So that post is going to go out 31 times to those, 3 groups plus my personal page. Super simple. Literally hit next. I'm going to pick the photo. We'll just grab one here. Let's just grab this one. You have to have text in there, so I literally just copy, click it, Control V, and we are posted. So that's simple. And we're going to go back to scheduler, so you can see there it is already. And cool part now is, I'm going to move myself here. We're going to go, you can see going forward, there's all my posts still, and let's just go way forward.
So you mean to tell me that 30 seconds you just took, you just created content until you're 20, what?
Let's see how far we're going.
It's still going.
Yep, let's see here.
2027? No way we get to 2000. Oh, we're in 2028. That 30 seconds, you just created content for the next 4 years, 5 years.
October 2028, right there.
For the next 4 to 5 years, you just created content for your personal page and 3 groups to grow your business, and it took you 30 seconds.
30 seconds. To do all of August, it's going to take me less than an hour to have set up. And
You know what? Cindy's actual VA. Cindy, what did you charge your clients a month to do their content for just their personal profile? What was it? What was your fee a month to post once a day? Real quick. You gotta unmute.
Yeah, depending on what they wanted, like once a day, probably would have cost them about 800.
So $800 a
A month.
month per just for one piece of content per day.
Mm-hmm.
And he just did that in his page plus 4 others. So pretty much 3,200. We'll say you'd probably give him a deal, $3,000. So $3,000. That's about $36,000 a year. He just did it for 4 years. So he did $148,000 worth of work in 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Wow.
And it's set, and I'm free to follow up with birthdays like Cindy said, or like Eric said with the connector, or what Dana's going to talk about here in a second.
Wow.
And Maria's going to show you how it makes it super simple. So
How many engagements are you getting, by the way, per day?
probably a good 15 to 20 on average, if not more, per day on everything.
That's awesome, man. And I know you were just on vacation, having fun, hanging out, and
Sitting on
you
the
did it.
patio,
Yep.
on the laptop, working.
Enjoying life and letting the software do the work for you. That's awesome, brother. That's awesome. Miss Dana, the show is yours.
Yahoo! So I absolutely love the connector, but first let me just make a little side note on the scheduler. I love that software as well, that extension. I have mine scheduled out. I do 3 posts a day. As you can see by my name, I am a Botox nurse. I do mobile Botox. I do in the mornings, I schedule an inspiration post. At noon, I schedule Botox information because that's a premier appointment slot for people. And then in the afternoon, I talk about insurance because I do life insurance and other insurances. And I specifically do posts for that, and scheduler will do that. It also has a component where you can do AI with Chat GPT. You program it in the words and what you might want to say. It will reword it for you, throw a picture in that you can approve or not approve, and then it will post it as well. And like Zach showed you, it will all just be posted like in your rotation, like once every 60 days. And then you can post that out for years, which I absolutely love.
So you mean if you don't know how to create the content, there's AI that will do it for you and post it and schedule it.
Yeah, and you just put in there a little bit about yourself, and the AI pulls that information about you and how amazing you are and rewords it the way, you can approve it or not.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's freaking awesome. So anyway, real quick, I am going to share my screen. If that
Thanks for sharing that about the AI part.
Yeah. I love me some LSD. Let Story Drive. And basically it tags, it responds to people who react to your stories. So this is a story, I'm in La Crosse, Wisconsin, but from my background, you can tell I actually live in the desert. So I'm traveling and I have a Jeep, and oh, look, there's someone that actually even saw it real quick. But what I'm going to do is I go to this post and I set it up. It was just so simple. You're going to be insanely crazy about how easy this is. I'm going to that particular post because I'm traveling, I'm on vacation. And you can either, like, if you're doing a poll, I did a poll the other day, and I sent a specific note to the people that responded yes, and a specific note to the people that responded no, and a different note to people that responded, like with a heart, with a thumbs up or whatever. You can pick your whatever you want, but I'm not going to do that. I would just want to send a note to the people that responded to me, and I'm going to respond, thanks for the love, because I'm on vacation. We're going to turn it on. That seriously is it.
That's it.
That is it. I have already the pre-programmed messages, and anyone that goes to my story now is going to get a note in their messenger, and it's going to keep them engaged all day while I'm on vacation. All my scheduled posts are going to keep people engaged. Birthdays are keeping people engaged while I'm doing whatever I'm doing in here in Wisconsin.
That's phenomenal.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
How much engagement are you getting a day?
So between birthdays get me at least 7 to 10. My LSD, I do one LSD on one post or one story a day. You don't want to do every story you do, because otherwise, multiple people are going to get like a similar note, and you're going to spam them. So I always just do one story, and it can either be like an engagement story, or it can be, you can, if you have a product or service, like the one
basically
I did
mix it up.
Yeah, you can say, hey, I see you saw my story about my collagen that I have. If you want, I can send you a free sample, or if you are considering trying it, here's a 20% off coupon, or whatever you want to do for your services.
To drive traffic to your business.
Exactly.
While you're on vacation. While you're on vacation.
Yes, I get to spend more time on my mountain when I'm in Phoenix, pedaling away, which is really awesome. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. Love it.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Ms. Dana.
Yeah.
All right. Now, y'all are probably all wondering, where does all these engagements and leads go, right? Where does it all go? Well, it goes into a special place. And that special place is called your Facebook Messenger area. And we have the lovely Maria here to show how she has literally become the master of the CRM and wrapping all this up, because she's phenomenal at this. Maria, take over. It is your show.
Hello. Thank you. I am just absolutely stoked about everything about this system. I've been with MyGeniusLeads for a little over a year now. And let's just say, if I had this 10 years ago, I could have avoided massive burnout. I've been in network marketing for about 15 years, and I am a hustler. Like, I will work to achieve my goals. And it came to a point where I was ready to just quit everything in general, because I said, I don't want to do this anymore. But I also, I've used a lot of other avenues. I've done paid ads. I've done so many other things besides organic marketing. But to me, organic marketing is the one thing that anybody can duplicate. So I wanted to really hone in and master that. But I just couldn't find a way to do it where you would work in that 1 hour a day, right? It was absolutely exhausting. So when I saw this system, I was super floored. I'm just going to share my screen and get right to it. The CRM is by far my favorite feature about this whole thing. I've used other CRMs, but I would never stick with them because I would not go transfer the information at the end of the day. I would just get completely lost in my conversations. I've had notebooks and index cards and planners and just pretty much everything you can think of to try to organize and stay on top of conversations. And it still felt like there was never enough time in the day. And it felt like nothing was ever organized, no matter how hard I tried. So with the CRM, we've created a really, really phenomenal kind of pipeline and sales funnel to keep track of conversations, to flow people through in a timely manner, because that was the other thing I was falling into, was A, overthinking who I was messaging, and B, staying in the friend zone way too long. And then by the time I would message somebody, it would get super awkward. So with the CRM, it's giving me the ability to kind of stay on top of conversations and flow people through to the point of an ask, sort and sift, and really concentrate on who are the active people that want to actually talk with me. Who are those hot prospects? So I love all of the tools that everyone has shared. Like, it's just phenomenal. But this one is it's like my favorite. It's like my little baby. So I kind of break everything up on weeks of the month. And then that way I know every single week where I'm going, what days exactly to do stuff, and can just move people through a funnel and separate conversations based on who's actually talking to me and who's not, right? Who needs a little bit more engaging, who needs a little bit more, personal connection, conversation, and love. And then outside of that, like, who am I warming up to go ask them about my business? Like, if I'm not getting straight to the point, I have to get to the point eventually. So the way that I use the CRM, it lets me to know exactly where somebody's at so that I know what day I can ask them, will they take a look? And then just kind of move them through a funnel. And the best part about this is the way that it's all set up. I have the ability to use my favorite part, which is the broadcast. This was the one that I have been looking for forever. Like, I cannot tell you how much time I have spent in Messenger, especially month end, like doing follow up. And it still felt like I was missing those hot prospects, even when I was trying to be organized. But with this, again, because of all these labels and how everybody's organized, I can focus first on all of those people that are the hottest, right? And so just kind of like, for example, right here, a couple of days ago, I had 143 people in my warm-up folder, specifically for my go cards. Like, I have 2 businesses, so I'm able to keep them separate, keep the funnel organized for both of them. But this was specifically for MGC. And I had 143 people I still have 77 left. So I think it messaged a total of, I don't know, whatever the math is, 80 something. And out of that 80 something, 40 people said, yes, I want to take a look. That was 143 people that it messaged for me. I had some not interested, some that I'm fostering conversations a little bit more in those relationships with, but out of that, I was able to focus on those 40 who raised their hand to say yes and move them through my funnel. And then same thing, like, I'm able to connect with my new friends, the ones who haven't been engaging with me. I can send a broadcast while I'm cooking breakfast for my kids on Saturday morning. My messenger is still actively working. That was for me the most pivotal thing ever, to be able to know that stuff is still happening in the background, and what that's done for me, like, time wise. I have 6 kids. I have 2 kids with special needs. Like, I'm just super busy, and I don't want to be tied to my computer anymore. I don't want to be tied to my phone to grow an empire. And this giving me that freedom to, like, let my business work while I'm doing other things, while I'm present, when I take my kids to the fair, when I take my kids to the doctor appointment. And then it really is allowing me to have that scheduled time where I am actively working for an hour to 2 hours a day. Whereas before it was spread out all throughout the day, and I just couldn't mentally unplug. So that's, for me, my favorite feature. I love it. I'm, like I said, the other day I ran it and I had more than 50 conversations going just that day. I run it based on, like, my day, how much time can I set aside? And then that's how I determine how many broadcast messages I was going to send out. But what's great too is that it's customizable. So you're able to create these messages that's still going to be in your language. And the other side of that too, I'm staying out of Facebook jail because I'm not copy pasting, changing name, because it has the ability to give, like, variety in that. So that's what it's done for me. I love it. I am just so adamant about having systems in place and being able to track numbers and productivity. So that's been my favorite thing.
That's awesome. So how much engagement, everything, the whole system, like, what have you seen and noticed that every day, using all the stuff you're getting now averaged out?
I'm starting to track my numbers, like, weekly, just to kind of see, like, how many new friends am I getting? How many of those new friends are actually moving through my funnel and my system? And it's really mind blowing to me, the amount of high quality conversations. Like, even when I was doing paid ads, I was still having to sort and sift manually through conversations, but I'm having way more high quality conversations and closing more people than I had before. Like, in November, I ended up taking on another income stream and was able to rank advance 4 times. And I wouldn't have even considered it had I not had this system in my back pocket. Like, I would have, no way on the planet.
That's
so
awesome.
I'm consistently, enrolling everything that I want every month. So
That's awesome. Love it. Appreciate you, Maria.
You
All
too.
right.
Thank you.
So y'all heard it from these amazing friends of mine that I've gotten to know from being part of My Genius Leads. We're not just a place to network and learn how to have engagement and growth. We're actually a place to come hang out with top performers and learn from some of the best. And what I mean by that too is we also have coaching. When you're here, you get coached and trained by some phenomenal people. One of them being Shea Hillenbrand. He's a 2-time Major League Baseball All-Star Hall of Fame. Just an awesome, phenomenal dude that does motivational coaching, speaking. And then we have the phenomenal Tony Stark Polici, who's done over $500 million in direct sales. And he's here teaching and training and showing you how to get the most out of your content and growth. And that's all part of My Genius Leads. We also offer daily live trainings, daily coaching training, onboardings, overviews, And we go above and beyond with just everything and anything we can to give y'all the best opportunity for the success. Now, we also give you guys, the ones that do need it, when you get started here, you're going to have a done for you system. So you're going to have one of these phenomenal people that you just met actually do a one-on-one with you, and they're going to help you out with setting up, putting your scripts together, putting your messages together, birthdays, getting you going, because we want you to have that faster engagement. We want you to have that instant success, right? That's what we're here for. Now, get back to the person that shared this with you. And if you want to get going, click the button and we'll see you on the other side.